I'm excited to be able to welcome on one of the top guys in 2021, Marsalis Roberson. What's going on today, bro?
What's up? Doing good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Well, we know it's been an awkward time for everyone in the country, but for basketball players, it's supposed to be your time going on visits, it's supposed to be your time doing club right now. How you kind of been adjusted this new year?
It's a different way of recruitment. Coaches are watching a lot of film with me, and I'm just like constantly on the phone with them. So it's just new. Like I was planning on taking visits in July and August, but I don't think I can because of Corona. So yeah, it's just different.
And your guys really started to get your name out there. I already have offers from likes like Nebraska, Cal, Montana, Cal Poly, so on and so forth. But some of those big schools like Nebraska is coming in now. When you get some of these big schools, what's that like? What it mean to you to start getting those offers?
I mean, it kind of means the same as all the other offers. Like I'm just grateful to have them. Like it's free education, and I'm hoping that like I could just make the right decision and go wherever that is, if that's a mid major or a high major. Like, I just want to play.
And I can imagine that there's a lot of the schools still talking to you that haven't maybe given an offer yet. Who's some of the schools showing the most interest that haven't offered you yet?
Um, there's a lot of schools showing a lot of interest, like just constantly calling me. I'd say probably Vanderbilt, um, Arizona. They're all waiting for me, like to just play. Pittsburgh. A lot of schools are waiting for the AAU circuit to see me on it and play. So yeah.
And you're going to be running with West Coast Elite. Obviously, Coach Ryan Silver runs that. And I mean, it's obviously a great program. We see how talented they are, the guys on those rosters. What are you looking forward to go out there and play with them if you guys can?
We got a real solid group. I feel like we're gonna all like play really well together because like we complement each other really well. Like Aiden Mahaney, he's a sophomore, one of the top 2022s. He's a real good passer and real good shooter. I feel like he complements me well because I'm more of like a slasher and a playmaker. And yeah, and then Cole Anderson, I feel like he's the best shooter in California. He's committed to UC Santa Barbara. He's on the team. And then we got Tashik, he's 6'10", offers from Kansas, Oregon. I feel like we complement each other really good.
And I mean, Aiden's a guy obviously that has got his name in a lot of rankings, but I think personally, I think a lot of people see him too as really underrated. We know what he can bring to the team. Playing alongside him, what's that like? What you guys bond like on the court?
I mean, I haven't really played with him yet, but I played against him. We played Campo this year. He's a leader. You can just tell by the way he carries himself. He's a leader, and he's a true point guard. Like he knows how to get a shot. He knows how to create for others. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
And when you talk about your recruiting process again, I mean, obviously it's been different. You've been doing some calls that you've been saying virtual visits. What are those like? Just take us through what all these phone calls are like with the coaches.
Um, it's kind of hard to like honestly like analyze like each school. Like it just
Yeah.
seems like they're kind of saying kind of the same things. I've taken a lot of virtual visits. I took one with Stanford. I took a few with Stanford, some with Rice, a lot of different schools, and they're great to see like how the school is. But I'd rather take like in like person visits. I only took one visit like my whole high school career, and that was to Stanford. So I kind of knew a little bit about the school before the virtual visit. But yeah, it's just confusing.
And I can imagine sometime the next year, you're obviously going to do your commitment. I mean, would you say the biggest thing you're going to wait for is waiting until you can go on campus and start looking at schools?
Hopefully, yeah, but I want to commit October 8th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would you want October 8th?
That's the day my dad passed, so just want to commit on that day. And also it's before the season, and I want to focus on winning state championship.
That's awesome, man. And I mean, for that date to be able to happen, how do you kind of plan to look at all the options? I mean, as you said, a lot of colleges kind of hard to get to kind of know them when you don't see them in person. How do you kind of plan to narrow this down to your top group, your top 8, top 10, or whatever, and obviously then your commitment?
Um, Honestly, I feel like I could play anywhere. It's just more about like the coaching staff and like how they operate. Like, are they family orientated? And like, and they're just is there structure, the play style. That's about it, though. I don't really care about location.
Mm-hmm. And let's talk about your high school. I mean, you obviously had a big time breakout this past season where you won Play of the Year for Bay Area. You won a lot of things, led your team in points and rebounds. What went into this breakout season?
I mean, just a lot of hard work. I didn't really. I was sixth man my sophomore year, and then freshman year I played JV because I transferred late. But yeah, I feel like I've just always been good. I just like got a chance to really show it my junior year.
And you kind of had a unique story. I mean, obviously, for becoming the player you have, I mean, you kind of had the underdog story. Like you said, playing JV, then obviously being a sixth man, now exploding your junior season. Just take us through what it's been like going year by year and progressing the way you have.
I mean, I got people in my corner like my trainer Ron Nelson, Mike Williams, and then my uncle Faraji Edwards. They tell me every day like what I need to work on. Like I'm just like they're not my biggest fans. I'm gonna say that, but like they're really good critics. So they help me get better and just always humble me. So yeah, I feel like an underdog my whole high school career, but I'm glad to see it pick up now.
And for a lot of guys, they have the same story. They say sometimes I have to go through JV. They go to this not being a starter right away on varsity. For guys going through the same kind of path, what's your advice to them? How did they go that and stick to the path?
I mean, just put in that work, because like it's just you in that gym. It's just you in the court. Like you feel me? Like you just got to put in the work. Like when nobody's looking. Like if you want somebody's spot, you want to be in the gym like when they're asleep for real. Like that just gives you a competitive edge.
And I believe that first little part of your freshman year, you were at a different high school, autonomous. I mean, what went into that decision? Why'd you make the move?
I was planning on staying my whole freshman year at Natomas, but my dad got murdered, so I had to move with my mom. It was a complete just different switch. Like I was not planning on coming back to Oakland.
And obviously, I mean, I know that's obviously a hard thing. And for you, how have you kind of been able to adjust to that? How have you been able to obviously take that and kind of play for your dad?
The adjustment's been smooth, I would say, but like it's just like I don't know. It was a culture shock when I got to O'Dowd. Like at my old school, like it was a public school, like not as structured. Coming to a private school, which has rigorous education, it was tough, but I got adjusted real good, I think.
That's awesome. And we look at your team last year. You had a guy obviously going to California in this next season, Monty. Learning from him, kind of seeing how he was able to lead. What was that like? What'd you kind of learn from him?
I mean, he brings a competitive edge. Like he doesn't like to lose, I'd say. So yeah, when you have somebody like that on your team, I mean, like it just motivates you guys to do better. Like seeing him in the locker room, you know, just like if we lose, like he'll be like really like shot. Like that's good to have on the team. He's a real winner, so it just brings that winning mentality to the whole program.
And we know it's basically going to be you and Jalen's team next year. What's that going to be like? How excited are you for next season?
I'm really excited. Jalen, he's number 2 in the nation right now, I think. He puts in a lot of work in the off season. He's been doing 3-a-days, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's only up from here. I think he's going to be really good next year, and we should be really good next year.
And a lot of people out there know how stacked the 2023 class is, especially in California. You look down the list, and he came in at number 2. Some people always disagree with that, but a lot of people that watch him see how skilled he is. What is the ceiling for Jalen? How special is he?
He's really special. I mean, he's 6'8". He needs to work on his motor, though, but he has a lot of footwork. He can shoot. Yeah, he's real special. I think he's number 1, honestly.
That's huge. And you guys obviously had coronavirus kind of shut down the season this year, stopped it, but next year you guys obviously had the goal going out there winning state. What will it take to come out with that goal?
Just for the whole team to buy in like we did last year. Last year, July, like January, like the whole team bought in and we went on an 18-game winning streak. I think we just need that again this year. And I feel like we're going to be better this year, even though we're losing 4-star Monty and some other good role players. I feel like we're going to be a lot better this year. And can't say no names, but I think we're going to get like a few transfers that are good. So.
And I already hear you guys are going to have a lot more games, possibly going outside the state, going to things like hoop ball, going to some big tournaments. To be able to be on that kind of national spotlight in a way, how excited are you for that?
Man, I'm really excited. Like, we're going to Myrtle Beach, I'm pretty sure. And I think Hoop Fest is in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to a lot of national tournaments. Pretty excited. Hopefully we can playing them.
And this past season, you averaged almost 17 points a game, a little over 6 rebounds a game, a little over 3 assists a game. What's the next jump for you? What's kind of the numbers that you expect to have for yourself next season?
Um, I expect to have winning numbers, and whatever those are, I'm willing to put them up. But my goals, I feel like I can average at least like 23 points and then 10 rebounds and at least 3 assists again.
And you look across California, it's not an easy state, obviously. It's one of the top states in all America. When you look at all the star talent out there, what's it like going out there and night in, night out playing with some of the best players?
I mean, honestly, in my opinion, most of these kids are like overrated. Like you see them on Overtime, Ball's Life, making all these moves, and then you play them. It's kind of like, just easy to guard them. So, I mean, it's cool, but like, it's whatever.
And you obviously are a California guy. Who do you think is the top state for basketball in all the country?
My opinion, I think definitely California, and I think New York.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the South be producing dogs. I think North Carolina, if I'm mistaken, they got a real good talent up there. Yeah, definitely out there.
And there's obviously each state kind of has that one little part about them that just kind of comes with being a player from your state. And when you talk about California players, what comes with being a California player? What's the kind of pride you represent when you're a California guy?
I feel like when you're from Cali, you bring a certain type of swag to the court. Like, you're not getting walked over. You got a little different flash. I feel like New York, they bring those dogs. It just seemed like it. Like they breed point guards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you got another year or 2 years to go to college and get ready for that. What are you looking to add your game and improve on so that you're ready to go in there and do your thing right away?
I'm looking on improving all aspects of my game, but mostly like getting a tighter handle, and you can always become a better jump shooter. So definitely that. And my athleticism, my body. I'm trying to get up to 190 before my senior year. So, yeah.
And we talk about your story, and you take a huge jump so far. We talk about obviously playing JV your freshman year, 6-man, and then obviously starting next year. Next season, you're going to be a senior. What's kind of the level? What's kind of the accolades and awards you think you can pull in the next jump you can have?
My senior year, I'm trying to win California Gatorade Player of the Year and trying to win a state championship. Those are my main goals. And I'm trying to break the ESPN Top 100. Yep, I got all those goals over my bed, so I look at them every day before I work out and stuff.
That's big time, man. My last thing before I let you go is obviously you want to build a legacy for yourself, both on the court and off it as well. When you step away from this game someday in the future, what do you want that legacy to be?
I want to give back to the community, like work with the kids. After basketball, I plan on hopefully being able to coach and just give back to the community any way I can. Those are my main goals.
That's huge, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on, my guy. I look forward to seeing what God's got in store for you next year, man.
Yep, thank you.
Anytime, man. You're welcome on, bro. God bless.
Yes, sir.